Greetings and welcome to our channel. In this video, we will explore the 7 sins of the soul, revealing the spiritual traps that can affect our spiritual evolution journey and how to overcome them. Get ready for a journey of profound discoveries and expanded understanding that can enhance your connection with the divine and bring more harmony into your life. We are here to share valuable knowledge and practices that can help you transcend spiritual obstacles and achieve a state of peace and fulfillment. So, don't miss this opportunity to expand your spiritual understanding and dive with us into the exploration of the 7 sins of the soul. Let's explore the first sin that can lead us away from this enlightened path: selfishness. Selfishness is a subtle trap that can entangle us and prevent us from achieving true spiritual fulfillment. When we are excessively concerned only with ourselves, we lose sight of the interconnection between all beings and the importance of nurturing meaningful relationships. Reflecting on our selfish attitudes is the first step to transforming this negative energy into something higher. When we realize that we are part of an interconnected web, we make room for selfless love and compassion in our lives. I invite you to consider how selfishness manifests in your spiritual journey. Are we more concerned about personal gains or contributing to collective well-being? Detachment and generosity are powerful tools that help us transcend the ego and cultivate genuine connection with others. By practicing detachment, we learn to release the bonds of ego and seek the true meaning of existence. Generosity allows us to share our blessings with others and create a cycle of abundance and gratitude in our lives. Overcoming selfishness is a continuous challenge, but the reward is immense. When we let go of our own selfish interests, we embrace the unity and harmony that permeates spirituality. I invite you to reflect on how you can cultivate detachment and generosity in your own spiritual path. As we explore the sins that can veer us away from true spiritual connection, remember that selfishness is just the beginning. In the next few minutes, we will delve into other fundamental aspects that deserve our attention. Be open to the learning and transformations that lie ahead. Sin 2: Ignorance. In the sin of ignorance, we will explore the importance of spiritual knowledge and the pursuit of wisdom. Often, our lack of knowledge prevents us from attaining a deeper understanding of the spiritual world and ourselves. At this moment, it is interesting to reflect on the limiting beliefs that may be hindering your spiritual growth. Questioning and challenging these beliefs is essential to expand our understanding of the divine and open ourselves to new perspectives. The spiritual journey is a constant learning process, and the pursuit of wisdom is crucial on this path. By dedicating ourselves to study and exploration of different spiritual traditions, we can broaden our horizons and find answers to our deepest questions. Be open to learning from different masters, sacred texts, and personal experiences. Ignorance is overcome when we allow ourselves to be students of life, always thirsty for learning and spiritual growth. By expanding our spiritual knowledge, we open doors to enlightenment, deeper connection with the divine, and a broader understanding of ourselves and the world around us. So, let us embark together on this path of wisdom, questioning our own limitations and seeking the truth that liberates us from the sin of ignorance. It is time to embrace spiritual knowledge and allow it to guide us on our journey of growth and transformation. May the light of knowledge illuminate your path and lead you to a deeper connection with the spirituality that resides within you. Sin 3: Envy. In this sin, we will examine the harmful effects of envy and excessive comparison on the spiritual journey. Envy arises when we constantly compare ourselves to others, desiring what they have and feeling dissatisfied with our own path. It is important to understand that each of us is on a unique and individual journey of growth. Comparing ourselves to others only distances us from our own truth and prevents us from appreciating the blessings and lessons that our path offers. At this moment, I invite you to reflect on the situations where envy arises in your life and how it affects your connection with God. Envy traps us in a cycle of discontent, preventing us from finding inner peace and genuine contentment. A powerful way to combat envy is to cultivate gratitude. By recognizing and appreciating the blessings in your life, you strengthen your bond with the divine and acknowledge that each experience has a purpose in your journey. Find time to contemplate your own accomplishments, talents, and personal progress. Value the lessons you have learned along the way and celebrate your growth. Remember that everyone has their own pace and unique purpose in the spiritual journey. By letting go of envy and embracing gratitude, you free yourself from the chains that bind you to comparison and allow your spiritual connection to flourish. Appreciate your own path and trust the journey you are traveling. Therefore, choose gratitude over envy, value your own growth, and find contentment in the present. In doing so, you align yourself with the true celestial essence that dwells within you, allowing your journey to become more meaningful and enriching. May gratitude be the key that opens the doors to inner peace and deep spiritual connection. Sin 4, Anger. Anger is an intense emotion that can imprison us and distance us from our true spiritual self. When we nurture anger and resentment, we create a cycle of negativity that hinders our spiritual growth. Anger consumes us, harms our relationships, and keeps us tied to the past. It is crucial to recognize that anger is a natural emotion, but we can choose how to deal with it. The key to overcoming this sin is developing compassion and forgiveness, both towards others and ourselves. Compassion allows us to see beyond the actions of others and understand that each person is on their own journey of growth. By cultivating compassion, we make room for forgiveness, releasing the burden of anger and resentment that we carry. Forgiving does not mean justifying the actions of others, but rather releasing the emotional burden that anger imposes on us. Forgiveness frees us from the past and allows us to move forward with greater lightness and inner peace. Reflect on the moments when anger arises in your life and how it affects your spiritual journey. Practice compassion by seeking to understand the motivations and pains behind people's actions. By doing so, you will open space for forgiveness and spiritual growth. Remember that forgiveness is not only directed towards others but also towards yourself. Forgive yourself for your own faults and mistakes, recognizing that we are all constantly learning. By choosing compassion and forgiveness, you break the bonds of anger and resentment, allowing your spiritual evolution to flourish. Cultivate compassion in your heart and unleash the healing power of forgiveness. May compassion and forgiveness guide you on your spiritual journey, opening pathways of peace, love, and inner growth. If you enjoyed this content and would like to follow more videos related to spirituality and personal growth, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Share your comments, questions, and experiences in the comments below. Like this video and share it with those you believe will benefit from this message. We will reflect on how laziness can distance us from spiritual progress and self-realization. Laziness is a force that prevents us from dedicating ourselves to daily spiritual practices that lead to greater awakening. When we succumb to laziness, we miss valuable opportunities for growth. Procrastination and lack of discipline keep us trapped in a comfort zone, preventing us from exploring the full potential of our spiritual journey. It is essential to recognize the importance of consistent and committed spiritual practice. Small daily steps, such as meditation, inspiring reading, prayer, or yoga, can make a significant difference in our connection with the divine. To overcome laziness, we need to develop discipline and motivation in our spiritual practice. Set realistic goals and create an action plan to follow them. Find ways to make your practice more appealing and meaningful by adapting it to your needs and preferences. By overcoming laziness and committing to your spiritual practice, you will open doors to deeper growth and a more authentic connection with your spirituality. Remember that every small effort counts and that you are capable of overcoming inertia and embracing the transformative power of discipline. Awaken to the importance of dedicating time and energy to your spiritual journey. By doing so, you will discover an inexhaustible source of inspiration, wisdom, and inner peace. May discipline and motivation drive you to overcome laziness, allowing you to progress in your search for truth and self-realization. Sin 6, Materialistic Desire. In this sin, we will address materialistic desire and how excessive attachment to material possessions can affect our spiritual journey. Often, we get lost in the pursuit of wealth and external objects, forgetting what truly matters. Unbridled desire for possessions and luxuries keeps us trapped in a limited mindset where happiness is associated with the accumulation of material goods. However, this relentless pursuit for more can leave us empty and dissatisfied, without finding true fulfillment. To overcome materialistic desire, it is necessary to cultivate detachment and value what is genuinely essential in our lives. This involves a shift in perspective, recognizing that true wealth lies in the connection with ourselves, others, and the divine. Practices such as voluntary simplicity, sharing, and generosity can help us transcend materialistic desire. By letting go of material things and cherishing meaningful moments, relationships, and experiences, we find deeper and lasting satisfaction. Remember that true abundance is not found in the quantity of possessions we have, but in the quality of life we lead and the connection with our spiritual purpose. By releasing attachment to materialistic desire, we create space for authentic spiritual growth and greater inner fulfillment. May this reflection help us transcend materialistic desire and discover the true richness that comes from the heart and the connection with the divine. Sin 7, Illusion. Let us explore the sin of illusion, which keeps us trapped in a distorted and limiting reality. Often, we become lost in illusions and fantasies, unable to see the true essence of spiritual life. Illusion leads us to believe in superficial appearances, clinging to false identities and a distorted sense of happiness. We lose touch with our true nature and the depth of being. To overcome illusion, it is necessary to awaken to a higher reality and recognize the transient nature of the material world. We must seek inner truth and connection with the divine, transcending the limitations of illusion. Practices such as meditation, self-inquiry, and self-awareness help us dissolve the layers of illusion and awaken to deeper consciousness. By releasing illusions, we find clarity, discernment, and a broader understanding of life. Remembering that true spiritual fulfillment is not found in the illusions of the external world, but in the connection with inner wisdom and divine purpose. By letting go of illusions, we create space for a more authentic, fulfilling life aligned with spiritual truth. May this reflection inspire us to transcend illusions and seek the true essence of spiritual life, awakening to a higher reality beyond illusory appearances. Throughout this video, we have explored the 7 sins of the soul and the traps they represent in our journey. Each sin pulls us away from true spiritual connection, limiting our growth and evolution. However, we have also discussed the spiritual solutions for each of these sins, offering paths to overcome them and progress on our journey. It is important to remember that the spiritual journey is continuous and demands effort and dedication. We must cultivate virtues such as detachment, generosity, wisdom, gratitude, compassion, discipline, and material detachment. These virtues help us overcome the sins and walk a path of awakening towards the light. The pursuit of truth, authenticity, and divine purpose is a constant invitation in our lives. Through self-inquiry, spiritual practice, and connection with our deepest essence, we can find a path of fulfillment and wholeness. I thank you for watching this video and hope that the reflections presented here have been inspiring and enriching for your spiritual journey. Keep seeking truth and spiritual awakening, cultivating the virtues that bring us closer to our divine essence.